Hey Scorpio, this is Perigaea Tarot. I am here to do your remainder of December reading to find out what is coming up for you in love. What messages does the universe want you to have? And just anything else that the universe wants to show us. So let's just jump straight into our reading. And I hope you guys are all doing well. Universe, I ask that you would show me what is coming up for my Scorpios in love. What messages do you need my Scorpios to have for the remainder of December 2022? Universe, what is coming up in love for my Scorpios? Possible new beginning. Universe, what is coming up for my Scorpios after an ending? Interesting. Possible new beginning after an ending. Universe, what messages do you have for my Scorpios in love? With the Two of Swords in the reverse, right next to the Ten of Swords, this could be somebody acting on ill-fated advice. So there could be something that you don't know in regards to a decision that is causing you to make a decision, but I feel like this could be a wrong decision, possibly. I feel basically this is with the Eight of Pentacles in the reverse, because the Eight of Pentacles refers to doing a job masterfully, proceeding in a masterful way that, basically someone who knows their craft very well and who does it masterfully. When it's in the reverse, it speaks to more of a spirit of doing things in a haphazard or rushed kind of way, sort of frivolously. So I would say that this could be the universe definitely advising you either to not give up on something immediately, or that there could be at least be some element in the situation where you just don't have good advice, or where perhaps someone has been influencing you in one direction in regards to your decisions that is not necessarily for your best, in your best interest, and that most likely is completely false. So, okay. With the Ten of Pentacles there, it could certainly be someone around you, someone in your surroundings. And with the Ten of Wands, there could certainly be a sense of exhaustion, of someone just pressuring you, to see things their way, to feel what they want you to feel. But that could be someone just, trying to control you and influence you for their own benefit. Some people simply, maybe this could be someone convincing you that this, maybe a certain person doesn't love you anymore, and so you should give up on them and move in a different direction. But I definitely feel the influence of a party whose business it is not to tell you how to live your life. The first card that I saw was, upon shuffling and breaking the deck, was the Empress. So this could be a female authority figure in one's life, or someone who is essentially placing themselves in authority over a Scorpio, over you, Scorpio. Yep, again with that Two of Swords in the reverse. Definitely, Scorpio, the universe is telling you here, you do not proceed upon and act upon bad advice. And I would say that there is a strong risk of that being the situation, of someone giving you poor advice. Let's just keep this right here for somewhere where you can see it, and it's very, I'm just going to put it down flat right there to remind us of that message. Yeah, with the Wish card here, I feel like this is the universe saying, keep believing, in that thing that you want. Keep having faith in it. Don't assume that you are rejected already and then therefore not take action. I feel like this is the universe saying, believe. You could be dealing with an Aquarius particularly, but simply I think that the universe is telling you, don't give up on the one that you want and the one that you love more than anything. Keep having faith, and don't allow your perspective and your emotions to be shaped by the influences of the people around you. So, universe, what is coming up for my Scorpios Ah, there we go. So I think that there are very wonderful things ahead for you, Scorpio, if you stay the course and make sure that you don't allow others to think for you or others to influence you to the point where it takes control of your actions and your perspective. Something that one can do to stay in control over their perspective is to limit media intake. Limit the amount of time you spend on television and things like that. Make sure that you're spending plenty of time meditating, reading, and just being in solitude, silence, disconnecting from outside influence, and finding that stillness within, so that you can trust yourself. Oh gosh, oh wow. Yeah, so you could be dealing with a Capricorn here, Scorpio, or there could simply be a very toxic energy in your environment, someone who is coming in to bring disillusionment, either to disillusion you and I would say to control and direct your behavior on behalf of through the auspices of making you feel and perceive things through disillusionment, or to convince you that someone else is disillusioned and therefore that they don't love you. This could be a toxic Cancer sign, a toxic water sign in your life as well. So a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Universe, what is coming up for my Scorpios in love? What is coming up for my Scorpios in love? What is coming up for my Scorpios in love for the remainder of December 2022? What messages? Yes, another healing and faith card. So again, this is speaking to the need for mastery. So with Temperance. So I would say, if partaking of say, things like drink or drugs or things like that are something that you tend to indulge in, I would say that now would be a good time not to weaken your senses and open the doorway to your mind and emotions with these particular substances. That, it's not bad to partake, but sometimes it's best to make sure that all those sort of cracks and doorways are closed up. If we're surrounded by an influence that wishes to infiltrate our boundaries, our mindset, our perspective, then something like liquor and drink and anything intoxicating can definitely loosen those boundaries, loosen that definition of reality that makes us more fluid. It makes us more able to be influenced. So I think that this is the universe saying that could be a very helpful, with the Nine of Cups here, this could definitely be someone who, has a tendency to be in their cups, and could perhaps cause them to act without thinking, to act without proper rumination. So let's keep going, Scorpio. So universe, what is coming up for my Scorpios in love, and what messages do you have for my Scorpios in love at this time? Yep, the same messages again that we had before. Yeah. The possibility of an ending, but keep believing. Do not assume rejection, and then because of that, take non-action. Okay, so let's cut the deck. Okay. Let's move these up just a little bit. And seeing as our Three of Swords just fell upon the Two of Swords here, I feel that is sending us the message that the Three of Swords is being caused by this bad advice, by this influence that's good, that is trying to cause us to see things falsely. and that I believe that there's a strong connection here could be of substance abuse, not necessarily abuse, but overindulgence perhaps, and that mastering the cups is going to be the thing that is required. Sometimes there is simply one thing in our lives that we need to master, and that when we master, it's like it levels us up, because in the act of partaking, it makes our flesh weak enough that we go too far down into that state of carnality, where we can be manipulated. And when we discipline ourselves and master something and make a type of sacrifice that it really can be likened to fasting, this rises us up enough into the spirit that we are automatically, we're in authority over those things that were trying to come against us, and can bring us like immediate clarity. But that mastery is required. So, all right, so what's on the bottom of the, yeah, here we have it again. Oh my goodness, bottom of the deck, 9 of Cups. So I'm sensing a very strong message here that this is someone who has a tendency to be in their cups and to overindulge. I'm not necessarily sensing someone who is absolutely ruining their life with drink, but that whatever this is for you, whatever that symbolizes for you, that gaining control of it, for each of us, it's something separate, and that we don't even necessarily have to be engaging in substance abuse. Sometimes a slight form of fast, fasting one particular thing for the sake of rising up into the spirit and being stronger in spirit, can be something that will give us authority over the things that come against our minds, whether they be material or non-material. So yeah, this is someone who, because of this overindulgence in something, or just not being in mastery over that, one's sort of carnality, it's causing a person to see things falsely, to be influenced, but also to act. It's causing them to make a decision that is based on a faulty perspective, an influence. I suppose I should say an influenced perspective. It's like someone or something is trying to convince this person that another person doesn't like them, or that they're not good enough for them, or that this person could never forgive them, or that it wouldn't work for this reason or that reason. That's what I'm talking about. So we can come into our clarity. Sometimes what is required to come into our clarity is temperance, discipline. So yes, here we have the King of Cups. So again, mastery of one's emotions, mastery of the cups, mastery of cups is required here. And the 9 of Cups isn't too far beneath the King of Cups, so it's not going to be immensely hard, is what I'm sensing here. But yeah, with the 10 of Pentacles in the reverse, I sense that this is someone. This could be in relationship to someone convincing you that there isn't enough money for you to go towards this person. You don't maybe this is someone you're considering a long-term commitment to, and this is people in your environment negatively influencing you, and I'm sensing that it could be directly about the issue of money. But never fear, because in our outcome we have you as the King of Pentacles, or your person as the King of Pentacles. Yeah, so with the 3 of Pentacles here, I'm sensing that this is, again, that there could be some issue of, I only have 3 pentacles right now, but if this person would be willing to work with me, we could make this work. But perhaps you're concerned about whether or not this person would be willing to do that. I think also this could just be people in your surroundings who appear to be cooperative, but as we can see, these 2 people over here, it's kind of like this one person is whispering in the other's ear while you're over here, obliviously doing the work and assuming good faith when there isn't necessarily good faith. It's like you're trying to build the cathedral here, and these other people are just kind of like being a bit like saboteurs, is what I'm sensing from this. So again, our solution is mastery and self-reflection. It is isolation, solitude, having time away from the world, having time away from other people, and spending time just to sit and to reflect and to have the time to hear your own voice. So getting away from all influences, television, people, just staying at home in the silence of one's own home until they can hear their own voice. Yeah, because I'm sensing from this, again, we have someone who wants to spring forth into action, into a new life. It's almost like it feels like someone who wants to convince everyone that, oh, everything's great in my life. I have a great life. Look how sunny it is. But it is in reverse. And so this does imply lack of clarity, and someone who, again, is wanting to spring forth into a decision on the basis of lack of information and lack of authentic feeling, a lack of clarity. Yeah, again, underneath that, we have the Page of Cups in the reverse. So this is someone who doesn't know what's actually going on from it with another person. So if there's someone in your life that you are thinking about, that you're wanting to understand how they feel before you proceed, this is what I'm sensing, is that there's a disconnect between you and this actual person, and instead all the people around you, people in your immediate surroundings are trying to fill that space and say, oh, this is how that person must feel, so you should proceed in this manner, when what is truly needed here is for you to actually know what this person really thinks. Yeah, I'm sensing here that at the core of this is the desire to just get unstuck. That this could be an issue that you've been thinking about for a while, and you just want to get out of your head about it. And so you're trying to burst forth into action, but I sense that the universe is really warning against a possible wrong decision. So, okay. All right, yeah. So at the core of this is the world in the reverse to the King of Swords, crossed by the King of Swords. So what I'm sensing here is that this is someone who is they want to believe that they're moving on from something, that they don't want it when they do. This is someone trying to convince themselves that they can move on, but the fact is that they can't. They haven't moved on. And what is needed in this is mastery and communication, straightforward communication. This is our King of Swords. He's the master of communication. So that's what I'm sensing is required here. Yeah, because in your subconscious, we have the Ace of Swords in the reverse. This is either someone wanting to speak to someone, and I feel like this is just a deep emotional sense of not knowing where the other person is coming from, just being confused. Yep, confused. We have the Seven of Cups here. This is someone being confused about where the other person is coming from. The solution is communication. But because of that, because they don't know where this person is coming from, they're making assumptions. They're taking the advice of other people. They're listening too much to whatever the influence is in their surroundings, be it media, be it, the nebulous collective in the ether, be it their family or their friends or their coworkers, whoever it is. In the recent past, we have the Magician in the reverse. So this could definitely point to you not just being, like innocent and innocently happening due to, surroundings, but there could actually be someone who is there trying to manipulate the situation, an actual person in your surroundings who is trying to manipulate your perspective. And this could be someone who, through some act, through some form of agreement that you came into with them, that they hooked you in some way. A lot of things can create agreement between us and another person and what they are projecting that can alter our perspective in an instant. And until we realize what that is, we will not become free from it. And so these are the things that come to us when we sit alone, in silence, in meditation, when we read. So again, I think that that's something that could definitely be useful here. Hold on one second, guys. I just had to get a sip of water. All right, so in your conscious, in the conscious energy here, we have the Three of Swords in the reverse. So this is someone highly motivated to just stop feeling pain, but and not wanting to proceed in a way that will cause them more pain. But what I'm seeing here is that the main source of influence behind the perspective that is motivating you, that is sadly energized by strong emotions of desiring to avoid more trauma, is this ill-fated, this ill-gotten influence in your life. So here with this Queen of Wands in the reverse to the Ten of Wands. Again, I feel that this is you being influenced in regards to, I feel like this is your person. This Queen of Wands is your person, because the Queen of Wands usually represents sort of an outsider to one's main environment. And so I do sense that the person that you're thinking about, that you're focusing on, is kind of an outsider at the moment in relationship to this group of people who are influencing you. It also could just be an angry woman in your surroundings. But I sense that it could be that you are assuming that someone who is merely grieving is angry. That assuming that this person is done with you, that they're angry with you when they're just sad and hurt. But again, I feel, Scorpio, that the main solution here is just communication. It's to communicate. Yeah, because here in your hopes and fears is the Seven of Cups in the reverse. I definitely feel like you have been dealing with this situation for a long time, maybe on an emotional roller coaster. And this feels like someone who is just desperate to become grounded again and to come out of confusion. And so they're just trying to place a period on the situation. They're trying to create a conclusion to it. But I really sense here that there's the possibility of, but it's because of all this pressure, essentially, that is being put on you by people who, what I'm sensing here, are people who really are not part of the situation and who do not have any right to influence you in relationship to your life. I mean, if we're adults, we should always care about what our parents say and what our friends say, but at the end of the day, they don't get to rule our lives. We rule our lives. And if something makes us happy, then that is all that should matter to our friends and family. They should not be attempting to manipulate or influence us against the things that we want. So here in the final outcome is the King of Pentacles. So that's really good. That speaks to someone being grounded, but this could also speak to someone, understanding that they do actually have the pentacles that they need, finding the courage and the strength to be in a commitment with someone, a serious commitment. So let's dig into this and see what's going on, Scorpios. So, universe, what is this world in the reverse to the King of Swords? What is this world in the reverse to the King of Swords? Yeah, we have a Queen of Swords in the reverse here. So this is someone who is your match. This could also be someone who is just in your surroundings. This could be someone who is speaking to you rather harshly, maybe influencing you, trying to push you in one direction or another. Or this could simply just be someone who seems detached. This could be someone who has spoken harshly to you in the past. And because of that, you're thinking that, oh, they don't want anything from me now. But this could also just be someone who isn't communicating. This could be your person not communicating with you. You know what? I'm actually sensing that this Magician here, that these two cards are connected. I think that this is the person who influenced you in the past and who is trying to turn you into their match, Do you know what I mean? Like, because this is the Queen of Swords, this is the King of Swords. This is someone trying to influence you through harshness and manipulation into becoming what they want you to be, rather than asking you, what is it that you want? And I will respect that, that is how we should treat anyone that we are with. We don't have the right to try and force people to want to be with us or to feel things that they don't feel. And frankly, to try and do such a thing is foolishness. It's childish, because most people, most of us realize after a few years of life and relationships that it's pointless anyways, because people inevitably cycle back around to being who they are, even if they've been manipulated for a while. So, all right. So yeah, with the Eight of Pentacles here, this could be somebody who's really laying in on you, who's putting pressure on you. There could be some issue of them trying to make you feel bad about work in some way. This could be someone who maybe they pay more of the bills than you do. And so because of that, they're using that to make you feel guilty or perhaps to influence you. Yeah. I definitely think that this is someone who is laying it on thick and trying to make you feel like I'm holding all the burden. This could just be somebody who is just manipulating you masterfully, but, and putting a lot of pressure on you. But I'm definitely getting the sense that this is someone who could be using oh my goodness, who is using the concept of like, I'm the one who's working right now, I'm the one supporting us, or I'm paying more of the rent than you pay, and so you should feel guilty all the time, and you should feel like I feel like this is the universe telling us that this is the thing that this person is using to guilt trip you, if this applies to you, that this could very well be the thing that this person has used to hook you, to manipulate you, to take away your power, to make you feel subordinate to them, and therefore ingratiated to them, ingratiated to allowing them to decide, to basically influence the decisions that you make. Because see here on the bottom of the deck, yeah, we have the King of Swords again with the 10 of Swords again and the 7 of Wands. So yeah, this is someone bullying you and bullying you and bullying you until you accept what they want you to what they want you to accept about your situation. Yeah, until you become so beaten down and so shy about sharing how you feel that you just accept and what they want and you don't speak anymore. So yes, the solution, again, it is communication. It is for you to take back up your sword and speak. Yeah, I think this is you. In your subconscious, your sword has been subjugated. It has been turned in the reverse. And there's all these things you want to say and do, and you feel like this person has turned them into the reverse. Again, more reference, oh my goodness, more reference to physical, work, pentacles, money. So the concept that, you could actually be in a position where you need, financial help from them at the moment, or maybe they are just trying to make you feel that way. Because it's actually surprisingly easy sometimes to make people feel like, oh, you're going to be in financial issues if you don't, you're going to need my help. If you do this, you're going to be in financial issues. Yeah. And this is you feeling heartbreak and wanting to end this situation, wanting to end. I feel like this is you simply just, oh my goodness. This is you wanting to avoid further heartbreak. Also, and I'm sensing that this is again, this could very well be a third party situation where you're with someone is influencing the situation, and they're trying to convince you to believe that it's completely over with this other person that you want to be with. Yeah, that you're not going to have the money, accept that it's over with this person. But again, we have the universe telling you, giving you your solution right here. Master yourself, master your flesh. Because the things that we do, that we perhaps on some level, that they make us feel poorly about ourselves. I mean, it can be somebody who even, don't take this the wrong way. I accept, people exactly as they are. But if you perhaps feel at the moment like you need to lose some weight, for example, and yet you have a diet that you need to do, and yet you keep putting it off, And so every day, you know, you eat normal foods. You eat foods that you know are not going to allow you to lose that weight. Well, that can be something that even right there is a doorway to people's assignments. Because whether or not you're understanding it, even though you are acceptable as you are, it's like a doorway because it makes you feel poorly about yourself. But when you master and that issue, it rises your self-esteem up enough that it literally rises your consciousness and your emotions up to a place where they can't be exploited because you don't have that self-loathing going on inside of you. So yeah, so whatever that is for you, whatever that might be, I'm not telling anybody to go on a diet. I'm just saying that that's just meant to be like an example. But this is the universe saying, take up your sword, take back your power, fight for yourself. You know, take care of yourself, because this person is exploiting whatever it is about you that they're finding the opportunity to exploit. Yeah, that the diet thing was just an example. I mean, it's obviously not like morally wrong to be any weight in the world, but I'm just saying. So what is this Ace of Swords in the reverse in the subconscious place, universe? Yeah, like this is so obvious. It's about the fact that you are not speaking. You're not speaking to the person that is, and you feel so stuck. You feel so stuck about it, and you are, you're holding back. You've been holding back, but that is the thing that has caused this other person to gain mastery over you, and to step up and become the person in power. Is your own personal things that you need to master, and the fact that you're not communicating. And so I think that the universe is giving us some very clear, with all these three cards and the way that they visually, the way that they seem to all be connected visually, it makes me feel as if it's saying very clearly that this person is influencing you to hold back and not to speak. And it's almost like, and as they were placed, this Empress is placed right over top of your voice, of your sword. You know, your sword is your voice, and this Empress, you know, I did not consciously place it there, but it's like it's covering it up. You know, and she's got her crown on, but your crown is overturned and it's on the bottom here. And it's keeping you blindfolded. Okay. Universe, what is this Magician in the reverse, in the recent past? You know, I don't think that was my card. I think I grabbed the wrong card. Universe, what is this Magician in reverse, in the recent past? Yeah, this is someone stepping into a place of mastery, someone in your environment, stepping into a place of mastery over you. And I think it's definitely possible that this could be someone who has a strong influence on your financial life at the moment. It doesn't have to be. It can just be somebody who's in your environment. But this is someone who is causing you, I almost get the sense that they could be mapping out your future for you. It's like, you could be someone who at the moment you're facing some kind of, maybe you got in an accident or something like that, and because of that you're having to kind of step into a more passive role in relationship to your immediate future. And I feel like this could be someone from your surroundings who is almost like stepped in and is trying to take control. But yeah, this is you. This is, in the recent past, you were in a place where you were in control and you were speaking your truth. But this person brought in confusion. They brought in confusion. And I would say also that, again, this Cups, it speaks to the concept of discipline. Yeah, the Sun in the reverse. With the Knight of Wands in the reverse too, this could be someone almost bouncing between these other forms of manipulation that we've referred to, as well as insulting your character, you know, just all kinds of things that, you know, might make you feel like no one's going to want to be with me because I've, maybe I've been a player in the past, or maybe I've done this thing or that thing. Yeah, but just generally bringing in this lack of clarity. Lack of clarity for you. And that is what, oh, yep, and that's what brought the devil. And from the space of that bondage to the devil has brought this grief. And it could be actually something that has caused grief in your surroundings. And I would say that this grief has been so great that it has brought you to a place where you feel like you don't want to fight anymore, where it's too much for your heart to bear, perhaps. And you've just kind of gone into this place of like self-defense, of just trying to maintain, of like feeling like I can't put any more of my blood, sweat, and tears into a fight. I just need to try and maintain. Yeah. All right, universe, what is this 3 of Swords in the reverse? Yeah. This is someone feeling like the love that they want, their choice, their true choice, that they've lost it. And that's what this person is trying to convince you of. They're trying to make you give up on love. Yep, they're trying to make you give up on what you truly want. Or they could be saying this is someone who wouldn't put up with you because of what you've done, or because of your weaknesses, your tendencies. But this is what they want you to believe, Scorpio. This is what they're trying to convince you of, so that you will act according to their plan. Because that's really how you control somebody, is by controlling their mind, controlling their perception of reality. Once you've altered someone's perception of reality, there really isn't much else you need to do, because then they will act according to that reality and that perception. So that's the most powerful form of manipulation. Universe, what is this 3 of Swords in the reverse? Ooh, okay. Yeah, they're causing you to perhaps lose the love of your life, or just make the wrong decision. This is someone trying to convince you made the wrong decision, and they won't deal with you anymore. They will not, and just don't do anything about it, because they're not gonna, because it'll hurt if you go to them and they don't want you. Think of how how badly it will hurt. This could have been someone who was mistreated by someone, perhaps by you in the past. Maybe there was some player type behavior. And I'm sensing someone who just feels a lot of regret, and who just wants to really come out of that. What is this Queen of Wands in the reverse to the 10 of Wands, universe, in the near future? So with the 3 of Pentacles, again, I'm sensing that this is someone who is influencing you. This doesn't necessarily feel like you. It feels like someone in your surroundings influencing you, who appears to be cooperative. But I think that we know that they're not. Again, with the Queen of Cups in the reverse, this is someone trying to influence you about another queen. We have 2 queens here and 3 pentacles. So this is someone who is not wanting you to choose another person. They want you to choose them. And I definitely think that because we have pentacles here, yep, and they're wanting you to believe that they don't want you to commit to this person. And I really do sense that it is based on the concept of pentacles, that they are coming in to influence you. Oh my goodness, we have the Knight of Pentacles and the Page of Pentacles right underneath that. So this could be leading you to set, perhaps to consider someone else. Maybe you have children that they're trying to use in this situation. I'm just sensing very strongly the message of 3 pentacles. That there are 3 pentacles, and they're trying to get you to commit to other things. They want your commitment to be placed upon other matters other than this person. Or they're trying to say, this person is too different from us. Look, we're all pentacles and this person is cups. Look at us, we're all the same. And this person isn't like us. This could be someone who is from a different culture, someone who is of a different ethnicity, a different country, a different continent. But there's some, it's like, this is people saying, this could also be people saying, we will take away our pentacles from you if you don't do what we wish. You know, if you don't perceive things the way that I want you to perceive them, if you don't proceed in the way that I desire you to, that I will pull away my pentacle, pull away my cooperation with you. Universe, what is this? 10 of Wands. I sense that this could be you feeling as if to be on your own, that you'd be supporting somebody on your own. And maybe that's something that you feel a bit worried about your ability to do. Yeah, this is with the High Priestess here. You could be dealing with a Virgo or a Pisces or a Cancer. So I feel that this could be perhaps you being influenced to be silent. Or hopefully this is you understanding, listening to your own intuition, you know, and understanding what these people are doing and gaining the mastery to see through these people's designs against you. Or this could be you just quietly returning to this person. This could be you sending, you know, messaging and speaking to this person clandestinely. That could be very effective, frankly, Scorpio, because it really seems like the power that these people have over you is simply their ability to convince you to not have faith in this other person. Yeah, I think that this is you reaching out to this person in secret. Yeah. Okay. I think that this could be you coming down to the place where you only have 2 pentacles, but I think that that's going to be enough, Scorpio, because after that this is you coming out of disillusionment. This is you coming out of illusion into a fresh start, possibly even an engagement. So universe, what is this 5 of Cups? I think this is someone who up until you contact them, they're going to be shocked, essentially. I think that this is someone who has been in grief because they thought that this was over, and they've just been the sky has been very gray for them for a while now. But I think that when you return to this person, they're going to be very shocked, possibly very guarded. But with the 6 of Cups here, we have this, obviously the connection is still there. The affection is still there. But I'm sensing too that they're going to be like, wait a minute, are you still uncertain? You know, is this a trick? So I would be sure, Scorpio, in your dealings with this person, make sure that you act honorably, that you're open and honest, that you communicate, you know, regularly, and that you just generally behave in a way that doesn't leave this person any doubt in their mind, especially if there's a past between you where they've been sort of left out in the cold. I would say definitely be sure to do everything you can to make this person feel certain of you. So what is this 7 of Cups in the reverse? Yeah, this is a reunion. So this is you wanting to come out of confusion and have a reunion. Yeah, you want this reunion that leads, yeah, because the 7 of Cups plus the 3 of Cups is the 10 of Cups. Wow, our placement really. So yeah, this is you wanting to come, your hopes are to come out of this, but I think you understand that this is you needing to master yourself a bit as well, so that you can't be pulled. It's almost like what I'm seeing here is that there's 2 pathways. This is the 10 of Cups, and these are the 2 options. You know, it's like you can either take this, you know, there's this option where you come out of confusion, but then there's this option over here where if you stay, you know, it's like both of these have the capacity to either lead you to the 10 of Cups or draw you away from the 10 of Cups. You know, this is if you know, mastering yourself in this particular way that you need to is what will keep you out of being drawn back in to the heartbreak and into the fallacy, into whatever, you know, I don't know your exact situation, but you know, it's the mastery of this thing that will get you there. And I believe in you, Scorpio. You can do this. I feel like I should give you some resources, but the thing is that unless I know exactly what it is you're dealing with, it can be difficult to advise. And I'm not taking anything you might be dealing with lightly, but I know you can do it. I believe in you. The universe believes you can do it. I believe you can do it. So, all right, let's see what's coming up for you. Again, I just want to reiterate that that even coming out of confusion and speaking to this person, communicating with them, I'm sensing that the universe just wants me to reiterate that, like, it's very important that you also at the same time master this, because it's a doorway that your lack of this thing that you've been dealing with, it acts as a doorway that opens you up to all kinds of, negativity, perhaps self-loathing, just it opens up a doorway that essentially opens you up to people who want to influence you negatively and may cause you to lose love, to feel like you're not worthy of love, to feel like you're not worthy of true love, of your true partner, and to become frozen in inaction because of the shame that you feel over, this thing that you do, or things that you're, in your past that you're doing this to deal with those things, whatever it is. I feel like the universe is saying, master this, and the skies will become blue. They'll become clear, and you will be able to see well enough that you will have the tools that you need in your mind to master this and to gain the clarity that you require to move forward triumphantly. And you can do it. All right, so what is this King of Pentacles, universe? And you then will become the magician. Then you'll be holding the wand, you'll be holding the cards, you'll be in power. And then you'll be able to see through what people do so quickly that it won't even be a struggle. When we are clear in our own minds and we are not dragged and bogged down by our own bondages, when people try to manipulate us, it's really just, you're able to just kind of be like, whatever, and just move forward because you see through it. You don't feel hooked by it, because generally things like that can be people coming into hook shame, deep shame, things that come from, those all kinds of wounds that can exist within us. But when that shame isn't there, it's like, it's just ineffectual, just kind of like rolls off you. So not saying that, one thing that like disciplining oneself is the ultimate, end all solution to every situation, but it can provide us with enough, what's the word I want to use? It can just provide us with enough, with a healthy enough structure to our being that people are not able to exploit us. And those assignments from other people and other things are not able to infiltrate, because there isn't a door. So what is this King of Pentacles, universe, in the final outcome? What is this King of Pentacles in the final outcome, universe? What is this King of Pentacles? I dropped a card. Sorry, guys, one sec. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. It's the Ten of Cups. It's the Ten of Cups. You guys, that looks great. Hold on, what is this King of Pentacles, universe, in the final outcome? I feel like the universe is almost trying to say to me, the final outcome is up to you. That it really is, it is down to you doing these things, that you need to communicate with your person and you need to step up and take control. I know that, even just a state of stepping out of control, stepping out of that position of control in our lives can be a relief, because when it feels like somebody else is taking the reins, we don't have to be responsible. But you can do it, Scorpio. I believe in you. So make sure that you are spending your time in solitude, journaling, doing whatever form of prayer or, seeking of the divine that you believe in. And honestly, maybe get out a journal and just write honestly within it what it is you, if anything, comes to your mind when it comes to this potential issue that needs to be disciplined. Because I feel that the universe is saying it's up to you whether or not this works out. But these things don't seem insurmountable, and I believe that you can do it, Scorpio. So I hope you guys are well, and I will speak to you soon. Thanks, guys.